All right, the day has come. I am going to start blacking out this Range Rover. Want to do the badges, want to do the wheels. Haven't decided yet on if I want to tint these headlights or not. We'll see. I need to get these wheels off. I bought some dip dissolver because there's still plenty of dip left on these wheels. I can try and peel it off by hand, but it's pretty thin. So I'm just gonna do dip dissolver and start fresh. All right, so here we go. What we got today. So got a bag of dip dissolver so I can get that stuff off the wheels. Can of pre-dip spray used before dipping. I've never used this before. I didn't even order this. Microfiber cloth, plastic bags. So this is called dip release. This is something that you put on your tires, so when you're done spraying, it will release off the tires easily. And the star of the show, Hyper Dip. This is Piano Black, and it looks like it's crazy glossy, which is why I picked it. I wanted this to look as OEM as possible. I'm gonna remove the two front wheels, put some jack stands underneath those. I want to work on those two at a time. So I figure this is worth showing. This is a lug nut. One of the lug nuts on there was stuck, could not get it to go at all. Finally, it seemed like it broke free and it was spinning, but nothing was happening. That's because there's a cap on the top of this lug nut. It's a completely different size underneath this cap. Basically this just started spinning on its own, but the lug nut, that's a different size, is still stuck. I just sprayed some penetrating oil, give it a little bit. Hopefully I can break it free in a few minutes. All right, here we go. I'm gonna spray this dissolver on here. Supposedly I just give it about 45 seconds or something and check the status of it. Okay. I can already tell you that the dip has not dissolved in many places. So I'm just gonna hit it some more. Let's see now. I think it's ready. Pretty clean, all the dip's gone, as far as I can tell. I mean, there's marks, because it's an old wheel, you know, it's whatever. These wheels, again, they're old, but I'll clean them up with some rubbing alcohol before I actually get started. But again, they're old, and I don't expect them to be perfect, because they're not gonna be. So I don't have to make them look perfect before I dip them, because it wouldn't matter anyways to anybody. So. Okay, here we go. Next coat. All right, coat number 3. I don't have a proper ventilation mask, but I did have this Halloween steampunk looking mask that I bought, and it has filters in it, so I'm just going to use it. All right, first heavy coat. Let's see. And last thing, for these coats, from now on, I'm gonna let them dry longer. Probably 15, 20 minutes in between coats. We've graduated to can number 2. It's not as glossy as I thought it was gonna be. I'm gonna let this dry for a moment, then I'm gonna put them on the car. Those wheels in there are drying. I just put the last coat on. I just also started my second can of dip, so I'm pretty sure I've got plenty to start on all this. Well, unfortunately, the sun is starting to go down, so a lot of this I may not film just because of that, but by tomorrow, this will be done and the wheels will be done. Okay, coat 3, light coat 3. All right, I know that you said 3 to 4 light coats. I've done 3. I think I'm just gonna start going because again, I'm losing light here. So let's just start hitting it. Man, 15 minutes later, and it is dark out here. All right, for this one, I'm gonna go up from the bottom because that's the one I'm mostly concerned about with the tailgate. All right, it's the next morning. I have everything dipped as far as badges and wheels and all that great stuff. I am going to remove this now. It should just peel right off around these edges. For these parts where you have stuff inside, that's why I have a toothpick. A toothpick tends to help grab the dip from in there, so you got to take some time on this part, but use a toothpick, you'll be able to get it up. So any of these hard to reach areas, you just use a toothpick and it'll grab it, and then you can pull it out. All right, so it's all blacked out. All badges are done. Interesting thing with the wheels. Earlier in the video, I had one lug nut that would not come off. When I got to this wheel, I had 2 that would not come off. So I had to actually destroy the caps in order to get to the lug nuts. I had 3 bad lug nuts. I actually destroyed a 4th cap so that each wheel has one of these lug nuts as if it looks like it's on purpose. That was my solution to a problem. I also think that's the reason why I'm so freaking tired, is because it was so much work to try and get those lug nuts off. My body just hurts. All right, impressions. Liking how the badges turned out. The wheels I thought were gonna be a lot shinier. All in all, I think it still looks okay. Anyways, there it is. Range Rover is now blacked out. I think it looks real good. Whole lot better than when I first got it.